Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He leaves it with his back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On target to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give out of the gun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking for a man. It's Witherspoon. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes a catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first down. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab on the left side. Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Looking to throw, it's Payne. Using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quick release on the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on fourth down. This is a designed run. Ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
To throw, it's Witherspoon. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Slithers into space. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Looking for space. It's Wilkins. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. A huge play in there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Open space at the 25. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Steps away. He'll pull it down. Keeps it himself and gets the first. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
Under fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Iptay if they can stop him on third down. Looking to throw, it's Witherspoon. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's wrestled down right at the 35. Good job by the defense to stop that conversion attempt. Fourth down coming.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. It's Ivory. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Looking to throw on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Witherspoon. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Snap to the back. And some room to work. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it, so can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't...
Breaks into the open. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
The screen, he can go. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Goes straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle it down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. He's got him. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Makes it past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Witherspoon. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Gets the back moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. A strike downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The toss to the outside. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That defense in front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Gators looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they'll... Touchdown, Florida! Fitted in the window for the score.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Utah found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Salt Lake City. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Payne. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll go to the ground. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Sends it back in motion. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. The Tigers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Release to the back. Pulls it in. It's Burr. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Wilkins. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Setting up the screen. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Looking downfield, it's Payne. He's got it. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On the option.
this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And they did tack on the extra point. The Gators will kick it away first and will start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Throws to the wideout. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Offense calls it. Out here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Clemson will send the punt team out. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Sending the offense back to work. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw. And he's got it inside the 35. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. We all love the quarterbacks with the big arms and the big throws, but getting that protection set properly is so huge.
And I think the quarterback just had so much confidence that he was going to be picked up. He didn't freak out. He was so poised, knowing that those big fellas up front, they had it all taken care of.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Got room on the return. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And talk about being an impact player. for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking for room. It's Burr. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clemson jumps to the line. Dropping back, it's Payne. It's on target and complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Wants to throw. It's Witherspoon. Unloads it downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Rice took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Owls that fired on all cylinders. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Looking for space, it's Wilkins. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He might want another play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside at the position, getting on the field and competing, is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy has everything you look for. He is built to succeed, not just at the college level. I think this guy's got an opportunity on Sundays, too.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
To the air, it's Payne. That one comes out hot down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Clemson will send the punt team out.
On to kick it away.
Teams proving to be special.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
And he made the extra point without problem. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown.
Number 12, set to advance on the football.
Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Payne. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Clemson is quick to the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It'll be third and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man to the left. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. Snagged out of the air. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker, it's Westbrook. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down.
Offense is now set up in the red zone.
He'll try to pop the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass, it's Payne. Looking for the score. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down. Sending the offense back to work. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the number 1, looking to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
Quick completion on the out. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, said it, go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big 1st down.
Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing,
there he goes! And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The Gators in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back open in the middle. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Come on, defense. You got to do a better job tackling in the middle of the field. You've got the lead. You know they're going to try to get out of bounds and save clock. You just got to tackle that guy. Someone's got to be able to bring him down, but they couldn't get it done.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. Dropping back, it's Witherspoon. Dances away to buy time. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This crowd knows when to bring it. From the gun on third down. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. What can they pull out of the playbook here on second and long from the 17? From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Back to throw, it's Payne. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Kick is in the air. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Flushed out of the pocket. that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
To the air, it's Witherspoon. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Clemson. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop it. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Trying to beat him to the left. Guided out of bounds at the 34, and the running game really coming through.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
The Gators want to pick up the tempo. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. That was hardly a performance worthy of a #1 team in the country, and now they have to look themselves in the mirror and see if they can get this thing right.
Yeah, they got hammered. Like, this was not competitive. This was a bad performance. And the committee watches every single week. And being the #1 team in the country, obviously you got some pressure on you, but this squad's got to perform better. They got to show up, man. This was an embarrassing loss. And, Jesse, they're going to have to get some things fixed if they want to go try to compete for the ultimate prize.
I think the problem, if you're the head coach of this former #1 team, is that you've got a lot of problems to solve. What went wrong? Because they never even showed up. They didn't even look motivated in this game, and they got dominated in all 3 facets on the field. This isn't just a one-solution fix. There are a lot of question marks now. They're going to be revolving around this program, and a lot of doubters now from the outside. A lot of that energy is going to start seeping in.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.